Darren, did you start recording yet?
No, why, what's up?
All right. Before you start, I needed to ask you something. It's kind of embarrassing, but is it alright if you let me borrow $20?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I, I didn't. I suppose. I mean, if that's what you need help with. I didn't. I wasn't aware you needed help financially.
Wait, what do you mean help?
Well, you said $20, right? You kind of cut
Yeah, I
out
just
there
wanted to
for.
see if you'd give me $20.
So are you are you saying you need it?
No, I was just seeing if you would give it to me.
Ladies and Benjamin, welcome again to another episode of In My Opinion. I am once again joined by AJ. And today we have plenty to talk about. We got a couple of stuff. I realize now, AJ, now, a little bit of behind the scenes. I realize we didn't think of a movie this week, but I'm sure we'll think of one. Um,
Um, can
just
we
think.
can we do Kung Pao? We kind of teased
Oh
that
yeah,
last
yeah,
week,
yeah,
but we could
yeah.
go
You
off of
said
that.
Kung Pao last week. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so I wanted to start off with a big development this week. This week has been quite busy. From I want to say every day. Every day? Probably not every day.
Most of the
Starting
day.
starting from when we released the episode with Kibbles, Fortnite came out with a new chapter. But on Monday, was it Monday? I told you Monday. So this is complicated. So a couple weeks ago, around October, I told you guys the story of Amy Santiago. This is the story of, let's go with Rosa Diaz. That's what we're gonna call them. Another one of my exes. I'm naming after a Brooklyn Nine-Nine character. So, Rosa Diaz is a massage therapist. Now, me thinking that 5 years, maybe 6 years, not talking to this person, I got dumped by them. Um, they were very adamant. Oh, I have to mention that they lived in California. I live in Pennsylvania. So they are a massage therapist. If you've watched a lot of my videos in the beginning stages, she's probably still on the channel. I didn't delete any of her videos. I think she's a funny person who I respect very much. Unlike Amy Santiago, who I don't really respect that much, nor do I think they can, be any what's the term? Be mutually respectful. Um, so Rosa Diaz is massage therapist in Cali, which I have not talked to for 5 or 6 years, AJ. So I had asked you, of course, on Monday. I said, "Hey, can you contact this person who does not want to talk to me because they've blocked me on everything?" And I've told you that. I explained because I know you said right away, you were like, "Why don't you just text her?" And I said, "I can't. She's blocked me on everything." Um, and I said to her, or I said to you, I was like, "You need to do it if you want to do it." Because the first thing I said to you, and it wasn't "Oh, I really miss this person. I really miss Rosa." I was like, "You know who would be a good guest to get after Kibbles would be Rosa Diaz." Because I think it's interesting to talk to someone who had dealt with a job that is based on human interaction, human contact. And with COVID, it's very difficult. I want to know how that would be difficult. We have other people planned up in the future. I've told you about having my sister on. We've talked about plenty of other people that we could have on. So
Like
I
an odd
was,
job segment.
huh?
Like an odd job segment.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the concept of I want to have interesting conversations. I want to bring people that wouldn't be normally comfortable, or we wouldn't be normally comfortable talking to about stuff, and just kind of having a conversation. Now, and I told you, and what can you bring to this conversation? Because you know very little about. Because you even asked me when I said, "Hey, you need to contact her," because I can't. You were like, "Did you guys?" You said, "Did you guys break up amicably?" I can't say the word.
Amicably.
Yeah, and
Was it a mutual thing or?
Listen,
violent and bloody.
this is the thing, and I know you know this. You must know this because you know how much she interacted with us and Waffletown. You know, Dan, Bones, Sump, AJ. You all knew her. You all knew who she was. I had so much respect for this person, and I still want to. I still like with the Liberty Mutual situation and Amy Santiago. I fucking would just go. I could go off if I wanted to. I could talk about all this shit. I don't want to burn that bridge with that other person because as a friend, I think very highly of them, and this situation made me not think highly of them anymore. So you texted the person. And you said, and I'm going to read this back. Hey, this is AJ, Darren's friend. He asked me to invite you to be on our podcast. If you decline, he understands, but figured you'd be able to have a fun conversation with us for his channel. That's simple enough, right?
Yes.
Simple is pretty, not...
Formal, no subtext or anything.
Yeah, I don't... And somehow she got something out of that, because her response was, unfortunately, Darren is not looking to have a, quote, fun conversation with me. And I apologize on his behalf. He should have never asked you to reach out to me. That is a shitty friend move to have you ask his ex to join the podcast. Now, keep in mind, I didn't care about the ex part because, again, 5-6 years. And I'll get to that in a moment, that part, because I know you not exactly have the experience of that. No offense. To ask his ex to join a podcast I have made it crystal clear. I want nothing to do with him. I advise in the future to decline these kinds of outreach, quote, outreaches on his behalf. And then a peace sign. Now, you have only been with one woman.
Correct.
If you had dated someone and you had broken up, how long do you think you could talk to them socially? How long do you think that would take? Like even if you had beef with someone, it doesn't have to be a girlfriend. Even if you had beef with something like your brother or somebody who you knew, and you got in a fight with them, how long before you just drop it and be like, you know what, it's not worth fighting about?
First of all, it would depend on the situation of the breakup.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say at least probably 6 months to a year would be fine.
6 months to a year. This is something that's been 5-6 years now, and she's for some reason has not let it go. I don't think, and that's the thing I don't get. Like you know how I texted you throughout the week? I told you I was like, this thing really kind of bothers me. The thing that bothers me is the first part. Unfortunately, Darren is not looking to have a fun conversation. What am I gonna do? Put on the webcam and whip my dick out in front of you and her? I don't understand what the fuck she's trying to get at. It's such a weird concept to be like, wow, you are you're still mad about this. You're still upset. I literally just wanted her on because she had a job that would be difficult during a pandemic. And I want to see how that reacts. And if we can catch up, that'd be great. The fact that it turns into this, I want something out of it is so fucking weird. And this, again, this doesn't bother me as much as it does with the Liberty Mutual, and because I could fucking go off on that person. But with this, I'm like, I just feel like you're stupid. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like you're not getting what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I want to apologize. I can admit, and I'll tell everybody so they can hear it now. I have no interest in Rosa Diaz. And to be with her again, the concept was to have her on our show because I found her to be an interesting person. I'm getting people that I barely talk to on this show. Now, Kibbles I talk to occasionally. And we've gotten Ducky on. I talk to him occasionally. He is one of my best friends, but I talk to him occasionally. We're going to get a bunch of other people on that don't do videos with me, that don't they're not on the channel, but they're just on to have a conversation because I want to make this an interview type thing. I want to make this a nice conversation where people can sit down and talk to us, you and me, and just have some kind of conversation about whatever. And have to a point where they can walk out of it and go, that was fun. I want to do it again sometime. But I don't know where this is this delusion of I have this grand scheme of something, you know? I don't
Very
know
much.
where this is. I don't know where this is coming from. Um, and part of me would be like, you should just defend me, but I was like, that's not your place. You did enough by asking, and I think that was I appreciate you so much for doing that, by the way, and I've told you many times already. But like to fucking go after you, and not go. No, AJ, I'm sorry. Just tell him I decline and I apologize that I just don't feel comfortable talking to you guys. Like, how easy is that?
Yeah. To
Like
make it
you,
out to be like you're trying to, yeah, like get something out of it.
yeah, like you didn't like even if you thought that, you didn't have to take the low road and fucking go. Oh, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm gonna tell you. I'm a completely honest person. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. That shit was fucking so. That was bonkers, my guy. It was so weird to me when I read it back, and I was like, kept reading it, and I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, why wouldn't you just fucking leave that shit to yourself and go, no, thank you, I don't want to do
Yeah,
it.
nah.
No, I'm good. Like that just seems so fucking weird to me.
Yeah, because like I mean, from like what you told me, like it's not like you like did anything to her or
As far as
not like something happened.
as far as the relationship, I fucked it up. I fucked up. I didn't try. Now, granted, the concept of the relationship that ended it was the fact that she wanted me to come to California, live with her, and just kind of uproot my life. Now, this is back when I didn't have my license.
Yeah,
I was not ready at all for that kind of shit. It was too much pressure for me, and I panicked. I folded and just I couldn't fucking handle it. And that was one of the biggest regrets of my life because then after that, I dealt with one of the worst relationships I've ever had. I regret it wholeheartedly. I think that was fucking the stupidest thing I've ever done is fuck that up. But I wasn't ready, and I couldn't handle that. So I walked away from it. And she was like, I can't do this anymore. You know, we were going to do another visit where I went to California, and I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't do it. And it was too much anxiety and stress, and I just kind of backed out of it. And it's one of my biggest regrets that I didn't take that and not that I didn't just say fuck it and go there, but the fact that I didn't
try to make
talk,
it work.
yeah, like talk it out with her. Because I mean, I guess regardless, I guess it wouldn't have worked with her. I don't know. I think in my head, and even when I was dating Amy Santiago, I would talk about how great Rosa was. To the point where like I was like, even as a friend, Rosa's great. She's a great person. I think she's a kind, respectful person. And I'm thinking that either I'm dumb and made her out to this, I put her on a pedestal because she
It's like
was
the
some.
rose-colored glasses thing.
Yeah, it's just something where like I kind of put them up on this high perch because they play games with us. They knew all of you guys really well. They were able to joke and improv with us when we did videos. Some of those videos that I did that she was in are still some of my favorites. Not because she's in it, because she works well. She's right there with the improv, working with us. She's able to, shoot off us, bounce off us with jokes. She's able to yes and that's why I fucking thought she was hilarious. She's a funny person. I think she's very respectful, and I don't know if that's my rose-colored glasses of looking at it going, she was just nice to me because we were dating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so not that if you reject being on the podcast, that I would ever shit on you afterwards. But this is a situation I wanted to talk about because it's shocking to me to think that person would go, yeah, I after 5-6 years, I still don't feel comfortable with you. Like, I don't even think, like, she gives off this vibe of like I'm a sexual predator or something. It's fucking weird.
I think you give that vibe off.
I guess so. Like, what is it? It's because I showed her my penis through Snapchat. Listen, we were long distance. What else am I gonna do?
And to be honest, so you showed a lot of people your penis on Snapchat.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think. Well, you remember? Hey, do you remember my nickname? Remember you used to call me it all the time. That nickname that you used to call me about
Harry
Snapchat.
Potter?
No, I was giving you an opportunity to come up with a name. To just fucking like the Wang Master.
Yeah. You give me a minute, I'll think of one.
No, it's too late. The moment's over. All right, so moving on to that, we are going to have a guest next week. We're going to have Zach, MVP, aka MVP, aka the Storm, Holock, on our podcast next week. I want to say born again Christian. I don't know. I'd love to talk to him about his opinion on Christianity.
His imaginary friends.
I've known him a while, and I wanted to talk to him about what makes his faith, like what keeps him strong as far as faith. We both worked for Wawa. We both used to do backyard wrestling together. So yeah, I think just fun to fuck around in general. He was saying how he joked about a movie being The Notebook, and I was like, well, if you really want to, I don't give a fuck.
What do these PR guests not get about movies that are bad that we find enjoyable?
Maybe I don't explain it very well. I could always explain it wrong.
That has to be it, because
it's gotta be it, because
I think if you said what do you think is a bad movie that you still enjoy even though other people think it's bad?
Yeah, that's too much explaining.
So the first one on my list would not be The Notebook or Dodgeball. Like, I still enjoyed those movies, but they're not considered bad.
Maybe because I don't really tell him to pick a bad or good movie. I just tell him a movie that you remember that you could, talk about.
Yeah, that's what you have to tell him. It's a bad movie.
Yeah, I guess so. But it doesn't really have to be a bad movie.
Do a Bones. That's a bad movie.
That's a bad movie. That's a donkey, by the way. That's not a Bones. Bones took that off of video game Donkey. Nothing that Bones does in his videos half the time when he does bits is a him thing. Like when when he used to do the
Iron Chef dies from the impact. For the rest of the game, he plays Barber's son, Shippleton Oh, never mind.
He did that plenty of times in the videos.
Yeah.
That's from Donkey too.
Okay.
That's scary. That's also Donkey.
What about the Kermit voice?
Kermit is him. He was doing Kermit way
Okay.
before, because he's just good at doing Kermit. So the Kermit voice is a Bones thing. But I mean,
Everyone's gotta have something.
It is kind of a Jim Henson thing. Anyway, I'm not gonna shit on Bones. Bones is great. I love him. Him and me are hopefully working on a project very soon. It's gonna be pretty cool. You know what? Actually, while we're on it, let's talk about something that I wanted to talk about, which was the hashtag Becky Lynch versus Grimace. Now, you guys, Dan and Bones, are all for Grimace. You're Team Grimace.
Yes.
Now the concept is, and I've literally put it in my tags, so every video that I have made since we've had this discussion has the tag Becky Lynch versus Grimace. Every video since we had the kind of conversation. I don't know when we did, but when Bones and me had the conversation, I put it in as a normal tag now. So the concept is the man, Becky Lynch. Well, I guess let's talk about this. Becky Lynch from WWE, the wrestler Becky Lynch. She is known as the man. So I explained to Bones that is the man. And he goes, no, the man is Grimace. And I go, no. Becky Lynch is literally the man. Well, maybe not literally. You know what I mean. And he just kept pushing it and saying, nope, it's Grimace. Grimace is the man. And of course you guys wanted to take the non-normal...
Well, when Bones texted us and said, hey, I'm gonna say something in the group chat about the man, and then just start posting pictures of Grimace.
You fucking pieces of shit. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was planned.
Okay. And this has happened multiple times. You guys have gone for, at least Dan and Bones have gone for Team Grimace right away. Today was the first time I think you actively joined in. And the reason was because he saw the Becky Lynch thing. Because I just used it for a sad gif, and then he was just like, "I'm gonna use Grimace now because I see the man, and now I'm gonna use fucking whatchamacallit. I used that weird science gif of Bill Paxton as the shit. I used that the other day too, so I did it again and said it was. He says he's the man. I said no, he's the blob, and then showed him the picture of the shit from Weird Science. I don't know. I want to do something. I'm gonna probably do something involving Funko Pops, or have a big mural portrait done, and it's gonna have Becky Lynch over Grimace's beaten body. I'm gonna do that either in Funko form, or in a. I'm gonna like ask someone on Etsy to paint a huge like more mural of her with her foot on him, and like maybe like a title or something in her hands, and just kind of like, or like a flag, I don't know, something that's like she just stands victorious over Grimace. And I imagine like Grimace has like a black eye on one side, and he's got like blood out of his mouth, and
he's a little hard.
I mean, I would be if I got beat up by the man. Anyway, it's a fun little game. I would love to get it involved with like Twitter or even Becky Lynch to be like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I fighting Grimace? Why is it trending? I don't think it ever will, but I think that's a funny thing to. I said just keep fucking pitching it until someone catches wind of it. So.
Fun to have goals.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. It's a fun little thing we do, and it's gonna always be a thing. Hashtag Becky Lynch versus Grimace. And you know, in the comments, tell me who you think would win, Grimace or Becky Lynch. Not Bones though. Bones isn't allowed to vote. He's already Team Grimace.
He doesn't count.
He doesn't count. He's Team Grimace. But yeah, so we have what else? Oh yeah, I wanted to bring up the fact that Sunday was, because I mentioned it already, Fortnite had Chapter 3 come out. Brand new weapons, brand new island, and you know, we don't really play. I mean, I play it more than you do, but it feels better. Now, Fortnite is not. I've said it, it's not a great game. I've said that it's because of the conformity of stupid TikTok dances and fucking rappers in it, and free concert shows by Travis Scott. Known on the run felon Travis Scott, and small Polly Pocket type version Ariana Grande. They both having concerts in the game. It's just fucking stupid. The game's fucking stupid. Like video game Donkey says that Bones has taken. That's for babies. So yeah, it's not a great game, but I mean it did feel. I mean, you played it with us. It does feel not bad at the moment, especially with spaceships gone and shit.
I do like that new gun with the aim down sights.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's the problem with that game now is that it literally just takes from stuff. It's like I imagine like a ball of just pus, and it just like a tendril will come out and grab something and bring it in, or like you'll be like, oh, bounties, let me take that and bring it in,
or like a Katamari.
Yeah, or yeah, perfect. But I'm thinking like it's staying in one section and just going grabbing it. It's not like rolling all over the place. Or like, Spider-Man, we're fucking taking that shit. Marvel, fucking taking that shit. DC, fucking Travis Scott, fucking a random ass loser YouTuber, taking that. What else? Random video game people, taking that shit. Rick and Morty, taking that. Like, it's just, that's the part that really gets me agitated. Especially with the game, like, you know how, like, when in, like, Apex, and I think you were with me at one point in one of those matches where people would drop all their shit and be like, let's fist fight.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of, like, when people start doing dances, and I'm like, no, I'm here to fight.
Yeah.
I'm here to fucking fight.
Yeah, because, it was a Pathfinder that came out, and he dropped all his shit, and you're like, yeah, we're not doing that, and you sniped him right in the face.
Mm-hmm. I said, I don't play no games, and I shot him. But it's like that. It's like the concept of, like, I'm here to win. The name of the game is winning. Getting as many kills as I can. I can play Apex. Right? I'm sorry, I can play Fortnite like tryhards do in Apex. Like, I could go through the whole map and hunt down everybody if I wanted to. And get as many kills as I could before I died. Or win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The game isn't difficult. A lot of people are playing on different systems. It's all cross play. A lot of times you'll get into a fight with someone on the Switch, and obviously you can tell because they're having a hard time aiming or even hitting me. But I'm here to win, you know? I'm here to win and get as much XP as I can to move on and get Spider-Man or The Rock. Because Spider-Man and The Rock were the two main points I'm like, okay, I'll try this season. I won't try that hard because most of it I fucking bought out, but still. It's just the concept of I want to play as The Rock and Spider-Man. I do play with my nephew from time to time and my brother. So I mean,
Now you said your nephew's getting too cool for it.
my two other nephews, they're getting older for it. But my brother's son, him and my brother play it plenty of times. Like that's their main thing. Like the other night, my brother and me were on, and we I think we won 3 out of the 5 games we played, and I think at one point we were playing one, and his son comes in. It's like 10 o'clock, and he's like, "Can I play with you guys?" Because he's like, he wants to play with us, and he's like, "Nope, you can't. You got to go to bed." And then because it was too late. Because I think my brother was like, "Yeah," and then after he realized what time it was after we were done a match, he was like, "Nope, you got to go to bed." But yeah, I mean, Fortnite, you can't really stop that kind of. It's literally like the pop music of battle royales. You can't really do anything about it. You just kind of fucking deal with it and just move on. So that's, I don't know, frustrating. A lot of games came out, or a lot of trailers came out. What was it, Thursday?
Yeah.
The Game Awards.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. But did you hear about the winner, the big winner? I know you're happy about that. You keep saying how we need to play it.
You have to be more specific. I keep saying I've played a lot of games.
It Takes Two won Game of the Year at
Oh,
those
really?
awards. Yeah, won Game of the Year. I mean, they don't. Those people don't mean anything. It's not like it's. But It Takes Two won Game of the Year. I found out, and I was like, oh, okay, that's that game that AJ keeps telling me to play with him. It does look fun because of the concept that it's it's multiple different genres in one co-op game.
Yeah.
There's a shooter one. I think there's a bunch of different, but it takes teamwork, and I think I like that. I mean, I think we'll enjoy it regardless, but I don't think I'm ready to play it yet. You know what I mean? With all the stuff I'm doing right now. I mentioned earlier the thing with Bones. That's gonna be a lot of work. I think somewhere in the middle. Maybe in March, not March, that soon, but I want to make sure everything's situated with me and the Bones thing. Me and Bones are working on something that's going to be taking up a lot of my time, and hopefully I can just knock them out and be done with it, and then wait until it comes out.
Why'd you knock Bones out?
Huh?
Why'd you knock Bones out?
Well, so that way he gets the concept of what I'm trying to tell him.
You got to beat it into him.
Yeah. He's gonna be, him and me are gonna do a group thing. He's gonna do one half of what he's good with, and I'm gonna do one half that I'm good with, and we're gonna try to make something decent. I want to make something pretty decent where people actually pay attention to it. People on YouTube go, "This is pretty cool. We want more of these." So I'm really excited about that, and I hope he can follow through because I don't find him to be someone who can just give up on something. I find myself to be more of that type of person where I just give up on something halfway through. Excuse me. So I keep pushing myself to keep finishing this stuff and get it out so that way we can just be done with it. But that will probably be the end of this year and then the end of next year. But that's why I told him, I said, when we decided to start on it, I said, you have until next year. We can work on it a whole bunch throughout the year, and then we'll put it out at the end of the year. I'm just really excited about that right now. That's why I'm not really set. I think we need to finish Survive.
Yeah.
If we finish Survive and finish Kami, then
Origami.
Origami? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like origami with an A.
Color me racist. I think if we finish those 2 games, we'll start It Takes Two. What do you want to talk about? I've been talking for a good half an hour now.
What any other games from the Game Awards that we've been excited about?
For me, Alan Wake 2. That's a big one for me. That's one of my favorite fucking games. If you are listening and you haven't played Alan Wake, fucking go do it. I recommended that to my sister-in-law. She doesn't play many games. She used to play Crash all the time. I said play Alan Wake. It's a fun fucking game. It's a little bit scary, not too scary, but it's not like gory. It's more of like suspenseful. Fucking
Now
great
starring
game.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, it doesn't. Shut up.
It is.
No, it doesn't.
He's literally in it. He's the main character.
No, he's not. He's not. Jake Gyllenhaal is not in it. They're gonna put the same fucking guy from the first one, Alan Wake, who is a Portuguese. No, I know we didn't.
No Portuguese.
I know he didn't say no Portuguese, but no Portuguese. This is the thing. With this game, Alan Wake 1 used one guy to play the voice of Alan Wake, but then used I want to say like something from like a weird area of whatchamacallit? A weird kind of area as the main voice or the main the main voice guy.
Weird. What are you talking about? Weird area.
Like Scandinavia or like Finland, or like something strange kind of thing. No, not. You just say Florida.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Sam Lake, who I don't know if you know this, but he wrote a little game called Max Payne.
Okay.
Yeah. Think about that one, huh? Isn't that pretty cool?
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
He also I'm being facetious. He also wrote a lot of the stuff that came out after that, like Control, Quantum Break. So yeah, Matt Portobello.
Portobello.
Oh, you know what? Perfect. The guy from Robin Hood Men in Tights. He was in Robin Hood Men in Tights. He played the guy who, remember when he shoots the arrow at him and he just cuts it up while it's flying? That guy. That's the voice. That's the voice of Alan Wake. But the face of Alan Wake is
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No. Inca
Finka Durgan.
It's
Inca Durgan.
God damn it! I can't set you up for shit. You're gonna do it regardless. His name is.
You should know better. You even knew when you were saying it.
Ica. It's IL, or maybe it's II. ILKKA. And then his last name is VILLI. And he is from. I gotta look it up. Yeah, he gave his face to the game Alan Wake. He is the face of Alan Wake.
Okay.
He is from. I gotta look it up. Yeah, Finland. Actually, I was fucking right. Finland.
Yeah, one of those weird places.
He speaks multiple languages, acts in Finnish, English, Spanish, German, and Swedish. He's actually in the Bright Falls shorts, which is the prequel to Alan Wake, where you remember when Xbox was doing like Bright Falls. It's the beginning of a movie or a game. He plays him. Of course, he plays Alan Wake in the thing, and also has a bit of a cameo in the game Control as Alan Wake. So there's a multiverse there. Duck has been telling me to play Control for forever, just because he says it's connected to Alan Wake. I'm like, well, I gotta play that shit. But yeah,
curiosity. Now you have my attention.
So, yeah, Alan Wake, great game. Play it if you get a chance. It's probably fucking like $5 right now. And if it's not $5, there's a remastered version that's $30. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the playthrough. I finished it completely. That's one of those games I finished all the achievements. And god damn it, hold on one moment. My microphone or my headset just went out. I can still talk, but I can't hear you. Hold on. Didn't even fucking give me a warning. Alright, you there?
Yep.
Hello?
Hello.
Hold
Hello
on
there.
one moment. Okay. That was fucking weird. Are you there
Technical
now?
difficulties. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Alright.
Not gonna hurt you.
I'm not gonna hurt you. So yeah, it's just a fucking great game. If you get a chance to play Alan Wake, number 2's coming out. I know the guy looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, but it is not AJ.
Shame. I was really hoping it was gonna be Jake Gyllenhaal.
To bring it around to what you were saying, it is not Jake Gyllenhaal. But yeah, a lot of what was the other stuff that I was actually gonna look that up. Hold
on. There was the Suicide Squad.
Doesn't look good. I keep saying that. I keep mentioning how it doesn't look good.
It has potential. I mean, that's how like Guardians of the Galaxy was, where I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is just gonna be another fucking like Telltale Games like shitty. Just, trying to cash in on something Marvel game like the Avengers was.
Yeah.
It actually had a pretty decent story, and the combat was a little stale after a while. They tried to mix it up a little bit, but it's really just repetitive. But at least like the story and the humor keep you going.
Yeah, I mean, listen. What I was having an issue with was that Bones kept building it up. He kept saying, "Oh, the game is going to be great." And then this is actually the first play trailer that we saw, so it looks not bad.
It looks Bones getting hype about something? No.
No. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Wonder Woman game, but oh shit! Monolith Productions, people who made Shadow
of Mordor.
Yeah, thank you. Alan Wake 2, Forspoken looks not bad. I didn't see anything on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What is that?
I don't know. I guess it's going to be another, like, asymmetric,
Yeah, it's actually the people who made the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, we can't make Friday the 13th anymore because of the copyright infringement, so we'll do this instead.
Interesting. I didn't know that. We have Senu, Saga, Hellblade 2.
Oh, Senua, yeah.
Those games look beautiful. I've never played any of them, but they look fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that's like one of those games that's like, oh, it looks pretty cool, and then like people start like explaining it, and I'm like, that doesn't really catch my fancy.
It looks almost like Uncanny Valley. Like when I see them, I'm like, that looks too real. I don't know. It's just creepy. They announced the Paramount Plus TV show Halo. I don't know how I feel about that. They do have.
I think that's one of the other things that's the hype is going to get away from some people, and it's not going to live up to their standards, and they're just going to shit on it.
You know what the thing is for me? I didn't see anything as far as combat. I feel like it's going to be a lot of talking.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of talking about stupid shit. It's going to be a lot of world building that no one, like, hopefully don't dumb it down and say, like, they need to explain everything so that way when people who don't know what Halo is, they just be like, well, because of the rings, they destroy everything and we can't have them lit. And I don't know. It seems like it might be weird. I don't know who's going to be in it. All I know is that Jen Taylor, who was the original voice of Cortana, is going to be in it, so that's pretty cool. But other than that, I don't know. It's from what the trailer showed, it just showed him do like some cool like hero pose, and then that was it. That was their big reveal. Their big reveal was to show the main character, which was fucking weird. Like Mandalorian is like that.
I guess they're gonna try to keep like most of the shots a surprise to try to get people to actually watch it because like, ooh, what's this? What's this all about?
Mm-hmm.
I think if they try to give too much away in the beginning, people are gonna get like the wrong idea of the show.
Uh-huh.
And that's another thing that's gonna kill the hype is like, oh well, I thought it was gonna be this big action show, but now they're talking too much, and this isn't what I thought I was signing up for.
Uh-huh. I think if they can compare it or use the same kind of concept that Mandalorian did, where it's a non-talking main character who kicks ass, they'll be fine. There's nothing that it won't be an issue. I don't think it'll be bad if they can pull off what Mandalorian does, where they kind of don't have a expressive, emotional person as the main character, but still can have cool scenes.
Or like The Witcher. Like The Witcher did that.
Did it?
Yeah,
but I mean, like, they don't have... That's my thing. They don't have... they have facial expressions for Henry Cavill. But, like, with Mandalorian, he wears the helmet all the time, and it's the same going to be for Master Chief, where you're not going to see his face. So it's the concept of being able to emote without him taking off his helmet. I think that's the big challenge they need to do. Just have him kick ass. Like, it's not that hard. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Elden Ring. Are you going to be playing that one?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big Dark Souls, Soulsborne, Souls-like fan.
Mm-hmm. This one is... Who was the guy who helped write it? Was it the Game of Thrones guy?
Yeah, George R. R. Martin.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I tried Sekiro.
Sekiro was the only one that I was not a fan of because the thing with Dark Souls and Bloodborne is that you pick a combat style that suits your play style and you build around that, where this was you're playing this character who fights in this style, and if you don't like parrying and what do you say, like reaction timing are big in that game, and they're not so much in any of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was not my play style at all. I always went heavy in the Dark Souls games, and went for like either like a heavy blocking, or I would eventually do the like the rolling one, like the fat roll. But
roll.
yeah, it's when you weigh too much to do a ninja flip, so you just kind of roll on the ground.
Oh, okay.
But like Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3 were like great. Dark Souls 2 was just kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
But just that combat style and like environment, it like just did it for me. And for Sekiro to completely change it and force you to play one style, I just wasn't a fan of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I'll try it, but who knows? We also have Sonic Frontiers. This looked like, to me, Shadow of Colossus, but with Sonic. I don't know if you saw the trailer for it, but it is...
I have not yet, but I can kind of see what you're saying.
It looks like it's saying it's a first ever open zone inspired game. So maybe it'll be an open world game. That'd be fun. Dude, if you could put Sonic in an open world and be able to just run around real fast...
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome. I would love to just be able to run around and not have an objective. Just be like, I'm just going to fucking go up this loop and do a trick and flip and grind on this thing. And, to not have those fucking on-the-rails levels that they used to have in those shitty Sonic games. That'd be sick. I would love to play that. But then they had a moment towards the end of the trailer where this big foot comes down and...
yeah, I did see the shot of, like, the big, like, head, like, talking or whatever.
And Sonic was like, oh, fight! And then he got like ready in the stance, and then it kind of went coming whenever.
In your pants.
Late 2022 for Switch, PlayStation 4, 5, PC, Xbox One, and Series X. It looked like...
I'm honestly surprised it's coming to every system.
I mean, he's a known name now. It's like having Crash on all systems. Or Mario... Oh, never mind.
But speaking of Sonic, I did watch the Sonic movie for the first time today.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that real quick before I go to the next game. The trailer looked fucking awesome. Today, or no, not today, but yesterday. Actually, at the Game Awards, they announced it after they announced Sonic Frontiers. They announced the trailer for number 2. Ben Schwartz came out. He said, I'm really happy, and I'm glad you guys complained so much about his legs and his teeth. And then he went on to say that I'm excited to drop the first sneak peek or trailer for Sonic 2. He said, and then I have a message from Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey came on the big Titantron screen, and he went and talked about how his father told him... He told him to not... It was some kind of, like... Scottish. He did some Scottish accent, and he said his dad told him not to do something, and then he kept repeating himself to the point where he goes, and then my dad grabbed me by the throat, and then he grabs the camera and then acts like he's choking the audience, and he goes into this big thing and just starts just yelling at a certain point where he's just repeating what his dad's saying, and then eventually just kind of the camera goes out, and then they come back to Ben Schwartz, and he goes, that's a good advice. I think we should all take something from that. And then he's saying how he apologized how he couldn't be there and everything. Jim Carrey did that before he did the whole bit. But so then he announced the trailer, and they played the trailer, and the trailer looks amazing. We have official
Idris Elba, Sonic, or Knuckles.
Yeah, Tails. I do like the Jim Carrey look. He's really.
Yeah, he's
He
really
doesn't
going
look
for the Dr. Robotnik.
He doesn't look as fat, but it definitely does look like Robotnik.
Yeah, not just like a like a weird hipster scientist guy.
I did like with the first one the sidekick. His sidekick
Yeah.
was pretty funny. Like
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, I got
Do
you
do
this."
you want to? Yeah, I was gonna say the coffee thing.
He's like, "Of course I do."
Yeah,
You-
you think I'm crazy? Of course I do. I love the way you make it.
Yeah, he's like yelling at him, it's like yelling at a dog when you're saying you're a good boy. Oh my god, that part was probably one of my favorite parts. Yeah, it's a decent movie. Like it's not gonna make me laugh so much, but like to see those people finally be on a
Yeah.
big movie, it's really cool. Like I really
Right.
like that concept. I like the fact that they're introducing the emeralds too.
Yeah,
The Chaos Emeralds. I'm hoping they're not gonna do 7 movies, but eventually he's gonna want to turn into Supersonic if he can. I'd assume. I don't know where they're going with that. And of course, if people don't know by now, Knuckles will eventually be a good guy.
what?
Yeah.
What is this fucking Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah. Yeah, you beat them and they become your friend. I'm sure Knuckles will be
Yeah,
a
that's
good
how
guy.
we became friends.
You don't think he would? What, we fought?
Yeah, beat the shit
Yeah,
out of each
right,
other.
I
You know what?
I went, you know what? You're all right. Yeah, because I remember.
We screamed at each other for 3 episodes.
Yeah, and then I remember because you put your hands up in the air and you said you demanded people to give them your life force or whatever. I don't fucking know the show. I don't know. You fired a fireball or something. I don't fucking know fucking Dragon Ball Z. Fuck off. Anyway, you put your fucking 2 fingers to your head and you blast something into my face.
Yeah. You know me, I love finger blasting.
Oh my god. You are a fucking child. Anyway. But yeah, looks great. Just the reveal of Knuckles looks cool. Just the way they
Yeah.
revealed him is fucking sick. It was like such a oh shit moment.
What was like Knuckles' backstory in like the Sonic lore? Was he like a Dr. Robotnik henchman, or was he just?
I don't think he was. I think he's just like the concept of like I mean, I assume he's like the equivalent of Zero from Mega Man, where he's just like or is it
equal to?
Yeah, but like does things for himself and not really for the greater good.
The greater good.
Called it. I knew you were gonna fucking do that.
I told you set me up. I'm gonna take it.
Yep, that's what she said. So yeah, I think that he is the same way, but he's more anti-hero. You know, he's more
Like Venom.
like he wants the
Like Venom the Peter Parker.
Yeah, he wants the emeralds for himself. Yeah. So it's just like he could care less if Robotnik does whatever to the animals of the forest or whatever he did in the video game. I think. I mean, it didn't really give that much dialogue to the game back then. It was kind of like just shown with like a Charlie Chaplin movie.
I don't know if you paid attention to like the comic books or like the Sonic TV series.
Comic books, no. I don't think the TV series was canon, but they do make reference to the chili dogs this trailer.
Well, he did eat a chili dog in the first one when they're at the bar.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I think the weirdest part about it, and I would never guess, like if I was a kid and someone told me, hey, they're gonna make a Sonic movie, or they're gonna have like this big budget Sonic movie back or in the future, I would never have guessed that it would take place on Earth. I'd be like, oh, it'd be in like a forest or whatever, world, green zone or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I did like that. The town was called Green Hills.
Yeah.
And then he kept referencing the Mushroom World.
Yeah. It's good though. It doesn't feel too. I mean, with a game like that. No, I mean like with a game like that, it doesn't feel too like you have to obey the lore
Canon.
too much. Yeah. It's just like we're gonna make it work the best way we can, or at least make it work to make the movie feel like it's a movie. But yeah, it wasn't bad. The first one was pretty good. I'm excited for the second one. It looks better. They didn't seem like they ruined everything. And then I think the best part is that when they did have the whole controversy about the way he looked, it's almost like people cared more because this was actually going to be changed.
Yeah.
You know? Because
now
if
they
they
can only bully Nintendo into taking Chris Pratt out of Mario.
What is the problem with that? I don't understand.
Because that is completely changing the character. It's like exactly the same thing with changing the way Sonic looked and doing all that stupid stuff.
So
Like they said, he's not going to do the Italian accent. He's like when you picture Mario, he's not who you would picture embodying him as a character.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know.
Say Charlie Day, I don't mind so much as Luigi. I think he could pull that off. I know everyone's excited for Jack Black as Bowser.
I don't get that. He doesn't talk. I don't know. Who's Donkey Kong? Fucking Sir Ben Kingsley?
Yeah, no, Patrick Stewart.
Is he really?
I don't know.
Okay.
I remember people were upset about him too.
About who?
About Donkey Kong.
Oh no, isn't it Seth Rogen?
Yeah, that's who it was.
Fuck! I knew it was someone I didn't fucking want to be Donkey Kong. That's so fucking stupid. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Charlie Day could do anything wrong. So, I mean, that's probably why I don't really care about the Charlie Day part. I don't think that, what's-her-face from Queen's Gambit brings anything...
Anna... whatever.
Joy Taylor, whatever like that.
Yeah.
I don't think she brings anything to Princess Peach. You should at least get someone who would be able to be expressive and
who didn't have simulated sex with Dudley Weasley.
In what?
Pretty sure it wasn't it in the Queen's Gambit. Didn't they like have a sex scene or something?
I didn't watch Queen's Gambit, so maybe.
Oh, I heard about it because they said something about like they need to win the award for sex scene with a couple that has the most different eye measurements or something like that because his eyes are really close together and her eyes are really far apart.
That's fucked up. No, I didn't watch it. I know she was in that movie Witch, but that's because Dead Meat. I just watched that. So
she was also in what was it? Glass and
yeah. Don't
Flit. Yeah.
I remember watching that and going, God, she's cute. But then she was like, and then I felt awful because it was like, oh, she was raped by her uncle. That's awful.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't she do anything about it? This is horse shit.
Right? You're blaming him, am I right?
Yeah, right? Well, not Victor. Fuck. Shit. Anyway. I feel like someone like... And I don't want to fucking put someone who's been in almost everything in this, but I think Kristen Wiig would be a better Princess Peach. I feel like she'd be more expressive as far as her voice. I don't know. Chris Pratt I don't like, but I'm not like...
She's doing MacGruber's TV series.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I didn't know it was till next year. I thought it was...
I think it is. I don't know. Like, I've seen the trailers. I never actually paid attention to when it's coming out.
Well, I'll look it up. But yeah, I don't really have a problem with the Chris Pratt thing. I just don't think it's too big of a deal. Like, I don't think I care enough.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you have to be really into the Mario lore, I guess, to be upset about that. But same thing with the Sonic lore.
Exactly.
Did you watch the Funhouse video about how they describe Sonic and compared to the Flash?
No.
They say it's not recent. No, it's like one of their podcasts, but it's like one of the clips. They talk about how like Sonic has infinite speed.
Uh-huh.
That he could run through like multiple dimensions in like seconds. And just like the facts that they spit out, and they're pretty much like, yeah, he's the fastest thing alive. And it's like it's like to be able to crunch these numbers and figure this out. Like they said at one point, him and Knuckles collide and destroy a solar system, and they like did the math to like find out how much like explosive force that would actually take.
Sounds like fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just fucking we were talking about Mario, but in Sonic, I guess. I don't know where we're at now. But to answer your question about MacGruber. The series comes out on the 16th of December, which is this month.
Oh,
Let's see. This will go out probably tomorrow or Sunday, so it'll be in 3 days. 3 days. I like Billy Zane in it. I like that concept of referential, self-referential character. Well, not self-deprecating, but the fact of it's finding someone who's like not in things as much. Yeah. Like the same with Val Kilmer, and making it a thing. I like that. There's a character in here named White Bill. I'm guessing one of the
henchmen.
No, I was gonna say one of the Aryan guys in prison.
Oh yeah,
because it does take place in prison in the beginning. Constant Spock, I believe, was in the first. It was in the movie. Yeah, it was the guy in the movie.
Spock, yeah.
Yeah. Because
he only gets knocked out. He doesn't get killed.
Yeah, he's in this as well. He's in 8 episodes. Lawrence Fishburne, because was it Powers Booth
died?
Away? Yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. Let's see. Yeah, looks like good stuff, man. I think what's his face does. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Jorma Taccone. The one guy from Lonely Island. He was in not Hot Fuzz. He was in Hot Rod.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who wrote MacGruber. Like, he wrote the movie and he wrote the series. He's also in a pretty good song for Haim. So yeah, he's part of Lonely Island. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The not nerdy looking one. And the not Andy Samberg one. Yeah, so that guy.
He was the not the one that was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine at the manager of the arcade that they worked at in Florida.
Yeah. No, he was the guy.
He was the guy. Okay.
Thank you. He was in the episode where they went to Florida because of the witness Yeah. And he was like high or something all the time or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy. That's who I'm talking about. That's the guy who wrote MacGruber. Because I guess he wrote it back when he was writing for SNL. When he was still on the show.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna make a movie now. I'm sure he's like done like Hot Rod and like he's directed or something that was done plenty of movies. So going back to the Game Awards, we have a couple more games that I wanted to say about. I don't know if you saw. It's gonna be weird to say, but it's called Slitterhead.
I did see something about that. It's like weird fucking Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's
monsters,
it's very creepy. I like the concept. It's almost like The Thing, but if The Thing could turn back into a human.
If it was Japanese.
Well, no, but if they could turn back into a human, because there was that scene at the end of that one where the creepy creature was like a flower.
Like the face morphs back.
Yeah, and the woman just starts waving. That's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
That looked pretty good. We have this.
Because there was like, it's like the monsters, but then there's like sword fighting too. So I wonder where they're gonna go with that.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks good though. I mean.
Yeah.
We have the stealth action game that I can't wait. You remember how much when you were watching the fucking? I remember when I watched the 16. No, not 16. It'd be 12. The 12-hour epic known as Lord of the Rings, and you go, I really want to play as Gollum and Smeagol at the same time in a stealth game. That's fucking stupid. Who the fuck wants to play as him?
I don't know. I feel like they could do something with it.
It's stupid, dude. I liked Shadows of Mordor because you were a badass, but what the fuck is this shit? This is stupid. This is a stupid concept for a game.
It's gonna be like
It says stealth action. That's all it says.
That fucking game that just came out, or didn't just come out. It was like the Xbox exclusive Medium, like where you can't do anything. You're just hiding the whole time. There's like
Is that what
no
you do
combat.
in Medium?
Pretty much. You can't do anything
Oh,
because you're just a fucking
that's
like a girl.
stupid.
But like there's like one point you fight like a rape monster,
Oh, cool.
and all you can do is just run and hide from it.
That sounds rad.
Yeah.
There is. I'm gonna be moving on. I'm moving along.
Moving along.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I think the Borderlands franchise has that ship has
course.
sailed. Yeah,
Yeah.
that ship has sailed for me.
I played 3. I had fun with it, but I don't know. It just didn't hold me like Borderlands 2 did. Like, I could still go back and play Borderlands 2 and have fun, no matter how many times I freaking beat it.
Yeah, let me see here because I want to see who's in the game. Because if it's according to how it's saying who presented it, I hope this person isn't in the game as well. Because he doesn't have any range. He's already ruined one superhero for me. Good lord, he's in it. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Ashley Birch, there's only 4 people for this game so far. For the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Has Wanda Sykes, Ashley Birch, Andy Samberg. AJ, you there?
I'm here, I'm listening. What are going on?
You want to hear the disappointing one?
Sure.
The Dragon Lord will be played by Will Arnett. I cannot take him seriously. For one, his fucking Reese Cup ads. 2, he ruined Batman and Batman Lego. He doesn't have a good voice. He can't change his voice. He's got the same voice every fucking time. He's not a voice actor. He should have never did Batman. He should have Lego Batman, whatever. It's stupid. I don't think he's a very good actor. I think everything he's been in is pretty much garbage.
He's very like character actor.
One note.
Yeah.
I don't think
He
he's
does
a voice
one
actor
thing,
either.
and he does it. He does his thing, but yeah.
Plus,
like,
he
that's
divorced his wife, Amy Poehler. Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid? I'm sorry. This might be a personal grudge.
Is because you want to marry Amy Poehler?
No, I just think Amy Poehler deserves to be happy. Like, fucking Ninja Turtle. Arrested Development is probably the one. And he's not even the one that carries that show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was that one movie. That's another movie that he's in that's fucking stupid. Rumble. Excuse me. Rumble. It is a 2021 movie in a world where monster wrestling is a global sport. Monsters are superstar athletes. Teenager Winnie seeks to follow her father's footsteps to coaching a lovable underdog monster into a champion. It's just a fucking wrestling movie, but with giant monsters. And it's produced by WWE, so of course they're gonna fucking.
Cena's probably in it.
Hold on. No, close though. Roman Reigns. And the man. Anyway, moving along. Michael Buffer, I said. Michael Buffer. Terry Crews. Rebecca Quinn. I don't even know who that is. Roman Reigns. Sorry, Joe Aloawa. Charles Barkley. Stephen A. Smith. This is a bamboozle, a shamockery. I've been bamboozled. You know that guy that you put up every time you do a bamboozle gif?
Hoodwinked. Led astray.
Yeah.
Bamboozled.
That's Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if you know that, but... yeah, Terry Crews, like I said. Rebecca Quinn, don't know who that is. Never heard of the person ever again. I'm not in love with her face. Moving along. But yeah, Will Arnett, not a good actor. He also fucked up Slade in the Teen Titans movie. You fucking shithead. Ruined Deathstroke.
Sounds like you more have just like a personal vendetta against this
Yeah,
guy.
I don't like him. Anyway, moving along. Among Us VR. Rebecca Quinn is the man. Anyway, I don't know if you got
Becky Lynch
that.
was the man.
Same thing. Rebecca Quinn is her real name. Becky Lynch
Oh.
isn't her real name.
I didn't know
Anyway.
Grimace's real name was Becky Lynch.
Among Us is
VR.
getting a virtual reality version in the metaverse, MetaQuest. Now, AJ.
I'm pretty sure there's like 150 Among Us VR games already.
Well,
Like, we
no.
don't really need this.
Can I say something? Do you think it's a little? It's like the Borderlands. Don't you think Among Us ship has kind of fucking sailed at this point?
I'm saying there's 100 knockoffs.
During
different versions of it,
COVID,
probably superior versions of
but
it.
during COVID, everyone was playing this game, and now no one's playing this game. I don't see people playing this game anymore. I'm sorry, I don't. I
Andy
don't think
plays
I've
it all
ever
the time.
played it. Andy is a child, and what does he know? He thinks Poppy's Playtime is a good game.
I honestly don't understand what his obsession with it is. Like he watches people play it on like YouTube, and then he's like, I want to play this game, and then he plays for 5 minutes. And he's like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
It's scary.
Scary.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that ship has sailed for me. Among Us, it's not something I've even ever played. We have Star Trek Resurrection.
Star Trek Resurrection?
It says Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Resurrect. It's a third-party, choice-driven game. It's a Star Trek Telltale games.
I'm really over the Telltale games.
Are you? It would really
Yeah.
have to depend on what the concept is, it's based around. Like if it was a Spider-Man version, I'd be like, all right, but that wouldn't be a good one. You'd have to come up with
Because
something.
there wouldn't be
that didn't
any combat. It would just be.
Well, there
him
would
talking.
be, but you'd have to be like choose when you have to like put your arms on the right spots to shoot webs or whatever. They could do
Time
it.
events.
Yeah, quick time events is all it is. But I think with The Walking Dead, it worked really well. And then after that, it was just like, let's do it with everything. Especially
Yeah.
not Borderlands. Borderlands was a bad idea. That's
Or
literally a
Guardians of
gun
the
game.
Galaxy.
Yeah, and Batman too. It's like that's literally a gun game, Borderlands. Why the fuck would you do it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I did see that there's a new Star Wars game in
Yeah,
development.
I didn't bring that up. I think I passed by it in the beginning because I didn't go over each one. Yeah, I passed by it earlier.
I know
yeah.
they haven't said really that there's any like information about it. It's still in like pre-early development.
So this is what it says. It says Detroit Being Human developer Quantic Dream is working on a new Star Wars game in collaboration with Lucasfilm, set in the High Republic. Star Wars Eclipse will feature multiple playable characters and a branching story. I think this is just going to be Detroit Become Human, but with
It's like,
Star Wars.
I wonder if it's gonna be like that, or if it's gonna be like how like KOTOR was, where
KOTOR's fucking amazing.
like you could pick your character and their play style. But I love KOTOR, but the turn-based style combat I can't get into. It's just too slow. Like if they did something like how they did the Final Fantasy VII remake, like do something like that with the combat style, then yeah, I could definitely get into it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess we'll find out. I mean, some of these games I don't think I'll even bother with.
Yeah. And half of them too aren't coming out for like years, so.
We got Arc Raiders, a player versus environment shooter. Don't know what that even fucking means.
PvE.
Yeah, but it's versus environment, not like it didn't say versus.
So it's versus computers. It's not PvP. Halo is a PvE.
Oh, you mean like when they say environment, they mean like it's just a PvE game. Why don't they just say PvE?
They're trying to be fancy about it.
I thought you were like going to be shooting tornadoes or something. Anyway.
What is this, Battlefield?
Actually, it's studio formerly by the former DICE and Battlefield developer. So yeah, it's funny that you said that. We have a new creator safe music from the right. I don't know if this is an actual. Oh, this is just an album. Never mind.
It's just an ad on the website.
It's just an ad. It says
They're making a game that says you want your penis to be bigger.
I now do the joke from American Dad. He goes, "Oh, it also says here that good taste can come in a small pink can called Tap." Oh wait, no, I'm reading an ad. Oh, what am I doing?
Or like, was it from Parks and Rec, where he's like, "Oh, I looked up your symptoms on the internet, and it says you have connectivity issues."
They also had Matrix Resurrections and Awakens. One being the movie, the other one being the game that didn't really look that interesting. I don't like the Matrix world. I could care less for it. And it's all because a bunch of fucking snowflakes made it.
Yeah, them libtards.
Yeah, libtards or whatever. No, I don't really care for the Matrix. I never really did. I didn't understand the story.
I did like the first one, and then yeah, after that one, it just got convoluted, and
Well, yeah, I think
I literally fast forwarded through all the talking scenes just to get to the action scenes.
I think the first one's very iconic, and the other ones are kind of just like trying to weave a story out of nothing.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, you made this cool movie. Where do we go from here?"
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's why we're making a fourth one. But anyway, it looked interesting. It was in the Unreal 5 engine.
Yeah.
It looked like a fun little shooter, but I don't think it's that interesting to bother to play.
I did like the Path of Neo game that came to PS2 like forever ago. That was kind of fun. The end of the Matrix game wasn't that great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's never been my cup of tea, to be honest. I don't get it. Like I like karate and kung fu, but I don't like that shit. Like I don't like.
It's almost like as close as you can get to an anime without being a cartoon.
Well, I think it's a product of the time too, because it's a lot of that like slow mo shit. It's just like we don't do that shit anymore. So
we don't do that here.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna move on to the next one.
Okay.
Rumbleverse. It's a colorful pro wrestling battle royale game coming to consoles next year for the PlayStation, all the different systems. And it says in the information here, goes at the end, honestly, it looks fun.
Like honestly, hear us out, guys.
Well, it's Polygon that I'm reading this off of. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wow, it's actually a battle royale. I thought it was gonna be like a
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like they were all in the ring and you get to just fight. But it is just a battle royale where you pick up weapons and just fight it out. And do wrestling moves to each other, like chokeslam each other off of buildings. Oh, that's cool, actually. He just chokeslammed that guy off the top of the Aztec building. I don't know. It looks weird. It looks weird, but it looks fun. I don't know if I would play that, but I guess it would depend on if it was any money. It's also the people who made Fortnite, so who knows. Speaking of which, you love this Telltale Games. The Expanse, the show on Amazon Prime. The Expanse, the Telltale series.
That critically acclaimed one.
Yes, I have no clue what that show is about.
I'm sure it's a good show. I've heard of it. I've just never had any interest in watching it.
We got Tunic. Not to be confused with Eunuch. Super cute Zelda-like Tunic is released March 16th on the Xbox One and X Series X, also Windows and Mac. We have Homeworld 3. I believe that is is that a space simulator? I don't fucking... But who cares? Am I right? We got Crossfire launch date for Xbox. Let me see this here. Looks like guns and stuff. Guys jumping out of planes. It looks like a fast-paced shooter. I don't know what it's about, though. It just looks... Honestly, you could say this is Call of Duty and be like, alright, yeah. Crossfire X. Don't know what it's about. Nightingale, which looked boring to me as well. It was a survival game set in the fantasy Victorian era. Opened with scary monsters. Oh yeah, this was the one with they had a person's face on the monster, and then its chin opened up as a fucking scary looking mouth. Fucking creepy as fuck. Let's see. They announced that PUBG will be free to play for everybody. Can I get my $30 back? Cuphead.
Yeah, just like Destiny 2. They were like, oh, it's like a month after the game came out. Guess what? It's free for everybody now.
Cuphead's getting DLC, which
Did see that.
That's.
I'm honestly surprised that yes, I'm surprised that game is still getting attention.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. It's just like, why come out with it now after it's been out for a good couple of years?
I think
my nephew plays it, so
I think they had already planned DLC for it, and then everything with COVID happened, so they had to push it back.
Maybe.
I know it did get some DLC.
We have a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let's say I think they had like the girl character.
Oh yeah, the Chalice woman.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Well, our next one is Thirsty Suitors. It looks I'll read it. Thirsty
like a meat and fuck?
Maybe. Thirsty Suitors tackles relationships and family dynamics. Frankly, it looks incredible. There's fighting, skateboards, cooking, among much, much more. I don't know. It looks like a fighting game, but I don't think it is. It looks like a weird, like, all over the place game. It almost looks like Yakuza, where you do a bunch of shit in a fancy way.
You just, like, find random stuff to do.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking stupid. We got Dune, The Spice Wars. A real-time strategy with 4X elements, meaning explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. Yeah.
Are they like are RTSs still popular? Do people
I think
still actually play
RTSs
that?
are good, but the fact that they're using Dune, I think that's fucking gimmicky.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you like Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya and Dave Bautista?
Just capitalizing on it, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's stupid. I think an RTS is good when it's done right. Like Halo Wars is always good because I know Halo. I always loved Command and Conquer. That's one of my favorites. That's always been one of my favorites. Buy like fucking 20 Tanyas and just destroy the fucking enemy bases.
Did you play Age of Empires?
No. That's
my brother was like real into that, like back the original one.
My brother was really into Command and Conquer. That's what I got into.
I never had a computer, so I never fucking played any of these games.
Oh no, Command and Conquer was on PlayStation at one point.
Oh.
You could play it on PlayStation, and then my brother got it on computer too. But that's when we were playing like Roller Coaster Tycoon and all that other shit. I think we went through everything. Let's see. Oh, have you been caught up on Hawkeye? We can pass by it and talk about it another time.
No, yes, I honestly haven't even fucking started it yet.
Oh, fuck you.
It's on my list, but it's very low at the bottom. Not that I'm not interested in it, but I just have other shit I need to do.
So Kung Pao.
Kung Pao.
Movie we both grow up on. We were in high school.
Maybe even middle school, honestly.
Oh yeah, you know what? It would be middle school. What an awful time. Great movie though. Steve Odenkirk, Bob Odenkirk's brother. Are we just assuming that?
Better Call Saul.
Yeah, Better Call Saul. Nobody. What else? Steve Odenkirk looks awful now. Imagine the chosen one, but his hair is all the way back at the top of his head. He might not even be related to Bob Odenkirk.
Let's just say he is.
I don't
Without,
think he is.
with reckless abandon and without remorse of what people would say on the internet.
Fair enough. I'm going to go into his IMDb because I know that he did do something that I'm sure plenty of people have seen. I'm actually going to go through his writing achievements because that actually is pretty good. He wrote the screenplay for Evan Almighty. Let's see.
He made
Evan Almighty. I meant to say Bruce Almighty. He did both of them. He did Ace Ventura. He did.
He made the Thumb Wars movies.
Fuck you.
Movie.
Go fuck yourself. The Nutty Professor 1 and 2. Ace Ventura 1 and 2. He wrote for a lot of In Living Color. Yeah, he actually wrote a lot of good stuff. And don't forget, he wrote Barnyard and Jimmy Neutron.
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Neutron. What else? He wrote some of the episodes of Jimmy Neutron, because again, Jimmy Neutron was a movie before it was a TV show. He somehow wrote the screen story for Cowboys and Aliens. That's fucking weird to me. Because he's got all these comedies, and all of a sudden it just goes, hey, here's this movie with Harrison Ford in it.
I feel like that was always the worst named movie.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Like, that's it. It's like, guess what? There's cowboys in this movie, and there's aliens. Cowboys and aliens. Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. He was in Nothing to Lose with a Tim Robbins and Martin Lawrence. Also, I can never say his name. Could you give me fucking Gus again?
Oh,
Giancarlo Esposito?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito, sorry. You always say it so fast, I never fucking remember.
Don't forget, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school.
I don't think that really kind of really equates to what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think it really matters if you if you could say something a certain way. Did Kung Pao Under the Fist? What else? Could you? I was just thinking about it. Out of all the things with In Living Color, Ace Ventura, and Ace Ventura 2, do you think that Kung Pao would be better if Jim Carrey was the chosen one?
No, I think he would have been too big of a name for it.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Do you think he? And I'm not saying he wasn't chosen because he was too big for it. What I'm saying is that do you think it would be better or worse with him as it?
I don't think it would have been better.
You don't? I mean, when you watch the movie, it feels very Jim Carrey kind of attitude, like his very like energetic way.
But also too, it was so, what do you call it?
Strange?
No, not strange, but all they had was his head on top of that body. He couldn't use his, what do you call it? Frantic, body movements to be.
Yeah, but you don't think that would be like it's not about what Jim Carrey does with his body. It's the fact that his facial expressions.
Nah.
You don't think so?
I think it would have been too much for that.
Interesting. Well then, I loved it. I think it still kind of holds up, I guess. It's one of those. It's very weird because a lot of the movies, like you said, it's a movie that's very weird where it has those people in it, but then they do a lot of the archived footage of other actors.
Yeah.
Just kind of weird. Yeah, it's very strange. They have a lot of stuntmen played a lot of the people. Like the people who would take over for the faces for a lot of henchmen.
Yeah.
Were like just a lot of stuntmen, which is weird. It's interesting though. I think it's a bit of acquired taste for that movie. I think you have to be either weird or enjoy the strange.
Either you love it or you're thinking this movie is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Probably is.
There's no in between.
Its Metascore is a 14. I don't know if that's good or bad. It probably sounds bad. Yeah, it's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. But
That's what I'm
someone
telling you.
from
This is the epitome of bad movies that if you like it, you think they're fucking fantastic.
see, New York Daily News gave it a 75 and said, "Silly,
pretty good.
perfect fun."
Exactly. It's not trying to be serious. It's not trying to revolutionize filming. It's
Yeah.
fucking stupid and it knows it.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked the movie. It's interesting. I don't think he's related to Bob Odenkirk at all.
We're still gonna say he is
Okay.
with reckless abandon.
Do you think we'll get sued for that?
He's gonna sue us.
Bob Odenkirk or Steve Odenkirk, one of the two.
I'd
What
like
if
to
one
see
of
him
them
try.
comes? What if one of them comes out as a pedophile, and then the other one's like, "Hey, don't fucking put my name on his. I'm not that guy."
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed that Bob and Steve Odenkirk are not pedophiles.
Yeah. Hashtag Bob and Steve Odenkirk aren't pedophiles. Sounds good to me. What do you got going on in the future? We got Zach for our next episode. I'm going to be recording some. I'm sorry. You go ahead and you do your thing. I just asked you, and then I fucking kept talking.
I got nothing going on, dude. I mean, I'm playing Halo, and we got Spider-Man coming up in a week. But other than that, I'm fucking wide open.
Is there anything you want to plug?
My butt.
God damn it, AJ. You wear me out. All right. Well, I have big projects coming out very soon. If you're watching the stuff, if you haven't noticed, if you watch my channel regularly, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the podcast on the weekend. That's our schedule for that as far as right now. We're going to have Zach next week. We're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff. Just keep up to date with all our shit. So, yeah, it's been fun talking. We had an option for a guest to wrap up. We had an option for a guest. They thought that I'm a complete douchebag or whatever they think. Don't know. Don't honestly care. Just trying to be nice. Trying to invite someone to something. They didn't want to do it. That's fine.
Just wanted a fun night with my friends.
I just wanted a fun night out with my friends. Unfortunately, that person thinks I'm a complete and utter shithead.
Pedophile.
Still not going to call them names. Don't want to start any shit with them. I still respect them. Still giving them the benefit of the doubt. Whatever. They can be angry at me. I still would love to have them on. They want to be a complete a-hole about it. That's fine with me. Why did I just say that? Because I just said that I'm not going to be rude to them, but kind of acting like a bit of a jerk. What can we... What to wrap up, AJ? What are you excited for? Spider-Man? That's it?
Definitely Spider-Man. What else? Christmas. Love Christmas.
Christmas is always fun. I
I
enjoy a good Christmas.
Yeah, other than that, not much.
Okay. I think that's it. I mean, we'll talk more about Christmas when it gets later. We might actually have a podcast that we'll do on Christmas. Or I guess the Christmas Eve, I guess. I don't know. But next week, expect us to have a guest. Zach, again, like I said, he's going to be on with us, and he's going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited to have a guest on, and yeah, it should be good. AJ, is that it?
I think so.
All right, then. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, which I have to start saying more of because I am actually getting a lot more views than I usually am. And I'm really enjoying that. So thank you guys for watching or listening to this or just watching my other videos. I appreciate you. AJ slightly appreciates you because he could care less whether this does well or not.
That's true.
See?
I gotta play both sides so you always come out on top.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Why don't you say goodbye, AJ?
Bye, AJ.
But you didn't tell me about, like, it's like what, short story horror stuff?
Yeah, so the
Hello?
We lost them.
Yeah, he just
got him.
They got him before he could.